gone a bit live a bit earlier. I accidentally hit the go button. Oh dear. I was tidying up. Right. Let's get accounts going. Good thing I was actually, like, literally, I was just putting my camera on the mount, and because it clicked on the button with my fat fingers, I ended up turning it on. I was like, okay, I wasn't quite ready then, but never mind. Never mind. Right, let's go. Need to... Can I share it from here? I can share it from here. Not that I can see the screen. Let's go add to story. Add to story. And... Still on the live. That's good, because it popped me across to Facebook then. Not that we're allowed to mention that place. How are you guys doing? Right, let's turn that down. Do, 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 do. Not even sure if I can use Spotify, because I have to use my other phone to see what you guys are saying, because, well, maybe I don't. I might be able to see. Hey Google, play Spotify.
Okay, play Spotify.
Thank you, lovely. supple and stretchy. If you've just started modelling, you might see in the supermarkets, you've got like rolled fondant or sugar paste or ready ice. That's the stuff you use to cover cakes. This is what you use to model with. So again, you want to get a professional modelling paste. So that's what you're looking at. Oh, who just joined the thing? Ruth just joined the fan club. Yay! I'm exposed. Hey, Julie. If any of you have any questions about modelling after this, then just shoot it to me. I'm here to answer questions. I just realised I forgot my fan. That's very important. So we've got our ball shape, and I'm going to roll it because I'm making him into kind of like almost like a chibi baby. It's kind of based on Pixar characters rather than actual Harry. So I rolled it into an ever so slight little kind of fat capsule shape. Unfortunately, my mat is inches, so I can't tell you the centimetres, but it is just over 1.5 inches. Which is very annoying because, you know, I don't work in inches. And then I'm going to pop my thumbs in quite low down on the face because, again, we're making this into a, like, chibi child-looking character. So you want to make sure all the features are at the bottom. Thank you for the follow, Kaz. And thank you for the hearts, everybody. And then we're going to get rid of, because you can see at the moment we've got quite harsh lines around the outside. When my thumbs have printed, we've got that lovely hollow. But then we've got these, actually, where are we on the let's move that there because that was in the text, wasn't it? Right, how are we looking? waiting for the internet to catch up. That's better. Okay, so we've got these lines around the outside, and you don't have those lines on your face. We do have the lines in the middle there with the nose, so that's the bridge of the nose, and we have our eyebrow lines, but we don't have this round here. So I need to get rid of all of this. So I'm just stroking it. If you want to make your models nice and smooth, then you're going to get used to a lot of stroking. Just stroke. So you can see now, hopefully, those bottom edges have disappeared. They're kind of blending into the rest of the paste, but we've still got the eyebrows and the nose there as well. I'm just going to soften those a little bit though, because it's such a cute character. I don't want kind of really harsh lines. Then we're going to add the nose. I like doing the nose pretty early on because it's kind of like an anchor point for the rest of the face. I'll go a little... Normally I do fairly small noses, but like some of the Pixar characters have quite big hooters. I'm going to go a little bit bigger again. Go, bit of corn flour. So you're going to need the corn flour when the paste gets sticky, basically. So if it's doing this and you're trying to get rid of it, little bit of corn flour. So I've literally just tapped my finger on the corn flour. You can see it. I don't want too much because if you add too much, it'll affect the the surface of the icing. That's it. That's the word I was looking for. Because the paste is super sticky, it's going to stick to itself, which is great. We like that. If it doesn't, then you need to make up some edible glue, which is just water and Tylo powder. There might be a video on my page about that, actually. If not, I will add one. So we can just leave the nose attached like that, but I want to kind of blend it in a little bit. So I'm going to use this part of my thumb. Can you see where I've just started to pull that in? So I've kind of touched the nose and dragged it up to the face. So you can see this bit here where I've not done that, where it's still got the crease. This may not be as easy if your paste is cooler. It's just because it's very hot here today, so the paste is like really supple. If you have long fingernails, you might have trouble doing that. You can use silicone tip tools, which I don't have with me, but they're basically just little silicone, like paintbrush kind of shapes. But short fingernails are going to be like your super best friend when it comes to making models, otherwise you end up stabbing them. Thank you for the share, really appreciate it. So a lot of this is me doing something and then putting things back where they were, because I'm obviously going to be knocking stuff and moving things as I am modelling. So you just want to keep going back and making sure that you've smoothed everything. Thank you for the repost, Sophie. And Sky High Cakes for sharing. So first things first, we're going to do the mouth. This is the CeraArt K220 tool. It's like a rubber tip. It's quite a firm, let's do it that way so you can see. So it's hard, but not hard like the Dresden tool. So it's got a little bit of flex to it, which is really good for doing mouths because it's got such a kind of fine point as well. So I'm going to mark off 2 points either side of the nose. So this is where the nose is handy because it gives me that like anchor point in there. And then I'm going to draw like a very faint line. This is when my hands are, even though my hands are resting, I have such shaky hands, it sucks. And then just keep going over and over that line until you've made a fairly deep indent. I believe in a thing called love. Right, and then we're going to use the Dresden tool, which is like my favourite cake decorating tool. If you don't have one, you need one. This is the PME one. Make sure you get a branded one because the cheaper ones usually have like really rough edges and stuff, which is rubbish. You don't want that. You want a nice smooth tip because it's quite important for modelling. I'm going to pop that in, and I'm just going to push that top lip upwards a little bit. So you can see, hopefully, from below. So it's not really going to be a huge lip. It's just giving the appearance of a lip. Thank you, Joe. Yes, give me a like, a follow, join my fan club, send me some hearts, do all the magic things. Very much appreciated. So we've got that little line there, and you can see from the side now how that sticks out. Now we need to give him a bottom lip. So we're going to use the curved end of the Dresden again. And I'm just going to gently push up. So you can see I've got that little shallow bit there. I've started to push the paste. That's what's actually going to create the bottom lip, because there's a little divot underneath. Thank you for the cats, Joe. Pretending I'm a Superman. So I'm not trying to create a big set of lips on this character because it's a Pixar based thing. I don't want to do big lips, but this is how you would create lips if you wanted to do bigger ones. You'd obviously just push more paste up there. Same technique, I'm just not using as much. I'm not creating as much lippage. He's not had fillers. And if you notice that you've knocked something like I have there, just use the tool and go back in. Going cool for all the time. Ooh, can I use a flare? No. Ooh, let's see if I can use a flare. Use a flare. Yeah, that's great, TikTok. Okay, we're not using a flare. All right, we might be using a flare because I can't. Sorry about that. How do I get back? There we go. Okay, now that doesn't want to move. Sorry about that. I popped up a thing on the screen and then I couldn't get rid of it because my stand was stripped over the screen. So that's great. It's like Tom Holland or Morty from Rick and Morty. We're kind of going there at the moment. So I've got some marks now on the model, which I don't want. I'm going to get rid of all of these kind of tool marks that I've created and just smooth that out. Thank you for joining the fan club, Liz. Maybe I'll get to like 25 fans soon. I'm at 7. You're number 17. So again, lots of smoothing. I was just putting corn flour on the top, on the back there, because it's getting sticky. Everything's getting sticky. If I was going to do this as a standing up character, I'd still model like this and I'd just use the hair to fix the flat part on the back of the head. I am going to save it, Rachel, so you can watch the beginning back later. So this will be available to watch on the tube place. Just going to push in on the sides of the mouth there, just to push them back a little bit. And it looks a bit like kind of dimples. So it just shapes his mouth. No, sorry, I don't want to join things. Should be a way to turn that off before you start. I'm continually getting invites from people to like join the stream, which is lovely and everything, but that's not what we're doing. So we've got our little mouth shape there. So it's just adding a 3D element. Thank you for the follow, Missy Moo Moo. I'm actually going to move him up a bit because that keeps resting on there. Next thing we're going to do is the eyes. And what size did I use last time? I think I used these ones. I'm going to start with a smaller one. So ball tools, you need ball tools if you're going to model. As long as the Dresden tool and the ball tools, they're kind of like you need those tools. And I'm going to put them fairly low so you can see with the where the nose is as to where the eyes are. Someone just followed. Thank you for the follow. So we've got our eyes in now. So that's basically our like facial structure slash, you know, like the skeleton with the skin over it completed. Am I going to do them bigger? Yeah, I'm going to go a bit bigger. If you want to follow my tutorials, by the way, I actually sell these ball tools. There's nothing special about them apart from they're color coded. So you can get these tools anywhere, but I've coded them so that if you're following the tutorial, you know you want the small pink end or the small blue end or whatever I'm using. It just makes it a little bit easier rather than me saying it's a 10mm ball or something, which gets very tiring for me. So I'm going to change the shape of his face a little bit, just squaring off the side rather than it being a ball. And I'm also going to just square off the chin. So it's a bit more like the character from Up, you know, the old man with the really square head. Thank you for the follow. We've got 23 people watching. This is like a record high. Everyone seems to like the thing. Hey, Vicky's just followed. Hey, Vicky, I'm also Vicky. Vicky's are awesome. So I'm making Harry Potter out of fondant. So this is edible, in case you're wondering what we are up to. Going to pop some paste into the eyes now. Thank you for the follow. Yes, it is going to be available afterwards. I'm going to put it on the Tube app, so I'm going to upload it on there, and then you can watch it back. But I'm not sure if it's going to have sound, but at least you can kind of see what I'm up to. Thank you, Occasional Delights. Thank you, Vicky. Dems, I didn't win yesterday because I made a massive boo-boo and set my live to 18 only or over. So it was like a mature thing. And the others hadn't, so I wasn't allowed to play. It was like half an hour of severe embarrassment on my end trying to join a live that I wasn't allowed to join. And we didn't know why I was 18 plus either. Speculation that I'd been doing all sorts online and my account might be a bit dodgy, you know. So just going to give that a little press. So the reason I use the ball tool and I press it really, really deep into the paste is so I can roll small balls of white, pop them in and they fit. I can just press them in. If you do like a really shallow, like that, and then you try and add a ball to that, when you flatten it, it's just going to stretch all over the place. So do a nice deep hole, pop a ball in, flatten it, you are sorted. Thank you very much, Pixie Rose. Super appreciated. So that is our basic head. We can now start adding details to him. Thank you for the follow. I'm going to add the ears first. Now let's, hang on, he's loose. Let's move him down so we can see him a little bit better. So the ears again are really, really low down on the face. And they're also quite large. If you're doing like a young character, you want to make sure that your ears are fairly large, even though kids' ears aren't that large compared to the size of their head. Like everything is blown out. They have huge foreheads, huge ears, massive eyes, because they're just really out of proportion, but it makes it kind of pop and look cute. So that's kind of what you're going for. This is in no way realistic. We know that. Yay for FYPs. What's best sugar paste? They're both the same thing. It's just sugar paste is the British name, fondant is the American name. I use this, which is Italian, so different again. Pasta model, which is basically modelling paste. So that's what you're looking for. That's the brand I recommend you using. So I'm just going to stick that on there. As I was saying earlier, my paste is really, really sticky and soft because I'm on the internet and it's a hot day, you know, stress and whatnot. So I don't need to use glue, but you might need to use glue to stick things if it's not sticking. Personally, I prefer it when it sticks like this because using glue, you can get it in the wrong place and it makes it a little bit messy, but you can still do it. Right. I think I used this one last time. So I've got my finger behind the ear supporting it. I was just putting a bit of corn flour on the back there so it didn't stick to my finger. Corn flour on there because this is sticky, wouldn't normally do that. And I'm going to push in and then towards the head. Or is his ear a bit? I want his ears way too high. We don't like that. We want lower ears. You see what I mean about like kind of that would be like a ridiculously low ear anyway, but now it's like, no, we need even lower. Right, a bit of corn flour again because it's super sticky. So in and then towards the head. Right, what are we looking like? Is that too big, Harry? I might go a little bit smaller. Actually, let's weigh them, see if they've got a weight on the scales. So the ears are 0.3 grams each. Thank you, Pixie Rose. That's really cool. Seriously appreciate that. Happy to answer any Sugarcraft questions as well, even if it's after this live, just whack me a message. This is what I'm here for. I'm a cake teacher, so. Right, let's try this again. One more time, guys. Let's get the ears right. So in and then towards the head, and we create the ear shape. What are we looking like? I'm having ear problems today, apparently. Thank you for all the gifts, follows, loves, and all the cool stuff. What have I? What? Hang on. I've got a flash goal. Okay, we'll start that. I can't actually see what it is. Okay, I can't actually see my screen because my camera mount is holding it in place. So I'm just going to thank you all for everything you're sending. I apologise, it's maybe not personalised because I can't really see it. I can see one line of text at the bottom. So that's his ears. They are super low down on his head. This is fine. We're cool with that. That one is in the wrong place. We don't, for goodness sake. You made your first proper cake for your son last month and loved it. I want to get it. It's such a cool skill to have. So I've just moved that ear because it was a little bit too close to his face. Like his ear was kind of protruding from his cheek rather than the side of his head. But they're super easy ears. A ball tool, smush it into the face. You've got ears. If you make a boo-boo, take it off. Don't get stressed with stuff. Just pull it off and start again. Yes, it is completely edible. It is icing. You made Winnie the Pooh. Everyone loved it. I love the fondant maker. To be honest with you, I started 2011 and I was selling cakes to the public, and there were bits. I did everything because obviously when you're selling cakes to the public, you have to make everything that they want to do it. But I didn't enjoy flowers or piping or buttercream. I learned how to do it. I just didn't enjoy it. But modelling was the bit that I really loved. So I spent the last 14 years modelling. Do I do online classes? I have books that I've written. You can find them on the link in my bio. I've got lots of tutorials on other social places. So the one with the faces and the one with the Instas, can't mention. They're probably too close to mentioning as it was. So yeah, just kind of Google my name from this page and you'll find all sorts of crazy shenanigans that I've been up to on the internet. Thank you very much, Sky High. And they're on sale at the moment as well, my books. So if you want to grab yourself a bargain, I didn't roll out enough paste, then go and have a look because they're currently £13 or £15 each for a hardback book. And I don't think you can get better than that. Thank you for the follow. I love how I'm getting crafty people following. Knits and makes. Apologies, I have a bit of cat fur there. I do have cats. No, I'm going to do the little one first. I'm going to make the glasses now. Right, so I'm going to take this off camera a little bit because I need to see. Did I use a bigger one last time? No, I think it's just stretched. This is so hard to see down a tunnel to see if you've got it even. Let's hope for the best, hope for the best. Thank you, Julie. I do. I haven't really used TikTok that much because nobody really was interested. So I just stayed on the other places. No, I don't want to co-host. Sorry. What's happened now? You can turn. Oh, no, don't do that. Oh, for goodness. Sorry, I keep getting pop-ups on the screen. Missing. So if you go and have a butcher's on my other places, you'll find like loads of different tutorials and all kinds of just like basically 11, 12 years of stuff. I've also written for magazines. Nobody writes magazines anymore. They all died out during COVID. Right, get off. Oh, that one's a bit wonky. Let's do that again. If you go to my bio, there's a link to my website, so you'll find everything on there. I also have like the tools and stuff I'm using for sale as well. So basically just a collection of stuff for modelling. Yay, number 18. Thank you, Anna. We like people joining the fan club. I'm aiming for 25 today, so if anybody wants to like do the little heart me thing and join the fan club, that would be awesome. Right, let's try and get this one even this time. That's a bit better, I think. Yay, number 19! Why is this not cutting? Thank you, I appreciate it. Thank you, Anna. Wonky again. How have I done exactly the same again? Right, we're going to do one more. And if it's rubbish, we're just going to go with the best of the worst. Best of the bunch. Right, come on, Vicky. Let's get this even this time, for goodness sake. Wish me luck, peeps. Not massively, no, but like that one is so thin at that end there, and that one's not, and I kind of want them to look kind of the same. That's better. I don't mind it being a bit wonky, but when it's like super wonky, but we'll put them to one side. So these are going to be the glasses, and I need them to dry a little bit so they'll hold their shape. It's one of those things where I should have probably done it earlier on at the beginning, but I always forget to do stuff when I'm meant to be doing it. Oops, that's stuck. Right, what are we doing next? We are going to do his scar because that's super important. Right, that's the good pen. I'm going to show you how to paint on models in a minute. So this is an edible ink pen. So I'm just going to use that with my shaky hand to draw. I'm going to come off a bit because I suck. I have really shaky hands. Doing his little lightning bolt. So you just use the pen and you draw. The downside with the pens is the nibs are quite tough. So I tend to use a paintbrush, which I'm going to show you when I do the eyes in a bit. So we'll go back to that. Thank you for becoming number 20 in the fan club, Sky High. Super appreciated. Right, we're going to do the eyelashes now, which is the bit that makes the eyes kind of pop, and you need two really, really small pieces of black paste. Did somebody else join? Thank you for the heart me. I think those are too small. As I said earlier, I can't see most of my screen because of the way my camera is mounted. So if I don't answer, send me it again. Have I met Ron, as in Ron Weasley? Oh, I made Ron. I thought I met. See, that just proved my point. I can't see. I have years ago, I did. And last night, I was actually meant to be on a TikTok battle making all of the characters. And it didn't work because I'd messed up with my account. So my plan is I'm going to make some more of these just with the different characters. But I want to do Luna Lovegood because I love Luna. Yeah, it was me versus two of my friends, and I was online already, all my stuff ready to go, and I put my audience to 18 plus, so I wasn't allowed to join. So they did their battle without me, and I just basically sat here doing this. And then everyone was like, oh, you know, how do you do it? So I thought, right, I'll do a top down view so you can actually see. Yeah, it was hilariously funny, apparently. Right, so a little bit of edible glue on a paintbrush, and I'm just going to paint around the top of the eye. Right, so a little bit of edible glue on a paintbrush, and I'm just going to paint around the top of the eye. A bit too thick, actually. And then use the paintbrush, pop that onto the glue, so that should stick. Get rid of most of the glue on the brush, and then use the brush to move that around. The reason I'm using the brush is because that piece of paste is so fine that the heat from my hands is just going to squash it and make it too soft, and a plastic tool will definitely squash it. So use a paintbrush. So you hopefully can see how that eye is like framed and is popping out now, whereas that one is just kind of like sitting in a fleshy mound. A fleshy mound. PPS, if any of you do order from my website, let me know and I will add a little cheeky gift in to your order. Oops, see, this is what I mean. I've just squashed that. I think that one's a little bit too thick. Wasn't long enough. Thank you for all the likes, guys. Seriously appreciated. As I say, I'm trying to get my fan club up to 25. I don't know where I'm at the moment. I think I was at 20. So if anybody wants to join the fan club, I also don't really know what the fan club does. So just like, it's just a number. I'm not entirely sure. Yes, I do. So I've got it's in a pair of tights, white, so that I can see if I need to throw the bag away because it's dirty, basically. I buy them on the internet. They're like ballet tights. Right, I'm going to get rid of that. It's too soft now. When you're working with such small pieces of paste, it does heat up really quickly. Thank you, Hina. Oh, what did I get? What did I get? What was that? Something just happened. Thank you, Sharon. That's amazing. I just had a little star come up on my screen. See, I think this one might be too long now. Always make them at the same time. Obviously, I did make them at the same time and then I crushed it. Otherwise, you're going to end up with like one eyelash that's maybe a little bit fatter than the other one or a little bit longer. Oh, a midsummer cake as well. I do love me some cake. Do love some cake. Thank you very much. I love cake so much that I've gained a couple of stone in weight. Oops. So that's what we look like. Oh, it's not focusing. That's what we look like at the moment. I don't know why there's really rubbish zoom on this. Like if you get too close to the camera, it just will not focus, which is a bit rubbish when you're working on such small things. Right, eyebrows. Thank you for the follow, Melanie. For those of you that are new here, I've only just started using TikTok properly. So I aiming to do a couple of lives a week, stuff like this. Also battles. I think we're battling. Is it Tuesday, Joe? Are you still here or Kerry? But if you want like more content, if you go and have a look at my other social media, just search my name, then you'll find all the stuff that I've basically been creating for the last 12 years. No, I don't sell it. I've got cats, so my house is not hygienic anymore. Yeah, 6 p.m. next Tuesday, we're doing a beach-themed cake battle. Ordered my bits and bobs today for that. So eyebrows. little bit of glue because the paste has started to dry out on the face. This is still soft, but that's obviously just been sitting there. Oh, I'd love to go viral. It's not happened yet. Well, actually, tell a lie, it has kind of. I did have a video with like 15 million views on the face social media, but that was it. Didn't go any further than that. Well, that looks too big now. Thank you for the repost. But yeah, it's cool. I like the audience that I'm getting on here. It's totally different to the other social media that I have spent my time on. So now I'm trying to get this nice and even. Thank you for the follow. See, there's a little bit of kitty fluff there. I've got 4 long-haired cats, so it's definitely not a conducive environment to like make edible stuff that people eat. Do you do other characters? I tend to make up my own stuff, I'll be honest with you. But yeah, I do all sorts of things. So I did this in a live the other night. All sorts of stuff. As I say, there's years worth of stuff that I've created. So we have our basic Harry face now. I need another board. One of those. You are like the 4th person now to ask about Coraline. I love Coraline, so I am actually going to do a live of making her at some point, because I have never made her. And I'm a massive, like, I love that film. And it's one of those ones where, like, I love Harry Potter, I love Coraline, Night Before Christmas, Corpse Bride. I just never really had a chance to make them. So yes, I will be doing Coraline at some point. Right, so I am just going to let him stick to this now so that I've got something that I can move around with. Wouldn't normally do that, but obviously for a film like this, it just makes it easier for me to show you what's going on. I am also just going to pop a little bit of paste under there because his chin is facing downwards for you guys, I can see. Hopefully that'll hold him up a bit better. What else did we have? I will be doing Ron. And Wibe, yeah? Add it all to the list. Someone's asked for a shark as well, so that will probably get done at some point. Right, what am I going to do now, Vicky? I am going to do the eyes, I think. Let's do the eyes. So, I'm going to be using the pen again. If I tried to colour on here, it would just carve the paste up, and I don't want to do that. So I'm going to wreck the nib, pop it in there. We've now got green ink in there. This is when I wish I'd bought myself some new paintbrushes down. Actually, do I have some? No. Not that the old ones are bad, but I can't see what colour's on them, which is a little bit unfortunate. Now, where did I put my water? I did bring it in, didn't I? There it is. These are edible ink pens, so they're by Fractal Colours. So you get them in a range of colours. I just really like the ink. They're really good to paint with. You can use dust colour to create a paint. What colour is this? Oh, it's green. So that's what I was using yesterday. Which works as well, but I just prefer the consistency. So I've got my paintbrush damp, pick up the ink, and then I'm going to paint in the eyes with my shaky hands. Tell you what, I hate doing this on live because I shake. Normally I've got it right underneath my nose. Just send me a message afterwards. Or if I put one here, trouble is their logo's kind of around the handle. You can get cheap knockoff versions from places like Temu. I have tried them. They are not very good, so I would advise not to use the cheap ones. They just shot out a load of ink where I didn't want it to, and they've dried out really, really quickly, so go with the branded ones. Thank you, Sky High. No, it's the ink. It's just one of the pens. Normally I do them blue, Julie. You're used to blue. Yes, I think they're Calligra food pen. As I say, you can use them directly as pens if you want to. I just prefer using them with the paintbrush because it just makes my life easier. You'll get like a more precise line or whatever you're creating. Yep, just water. It's just to keep the brush damp, because if the brush goes dry, then the bristles all spread. So you're just basically just giving it a little bit of dampness just so the brush doesn't destroy itself. Right, are we even? Ish. Obviously, I'm not caring enough today. Yes, you can make a figure a week in advance. They last forever and a day, really, as long as you keep them away from like sun, water, and dust. You'll be grand. Right, I'm going to mix in, put a bit more green in. That's what I do, Pixie. Oops, also do that. I teach. I don't sell cakes. I don't sell my models. I just tell people how to do it. So I'm mixing in a little bit of brown because I want to create a darker shade of green, and they don't do a darker shade of green, which sucks. No, the tips on them are just a nightmare, aren't they? The ink is absolutely amazing. I love the ink. I don't like the actual pen. So I've now coloured in the top third of the eye. Don't know if you can see that with the light on it. So you can see the shadow that it's created at the top there. You can get pens from other companies. Rainbow Dust sells them as well, and they have different colour ink, so they're also pretty good for this as well. Oh, I've got 51 people here. Hello, everybody. That's cool. Thank you for the follow, Jessie. Fran, I think Fran followed me as well. So, need a bit more. Doing it this way, you will wreck your nibs though. Can you see I've bent that over on its side? But honestly, I never use them as pens anyway, so I don't care. Ooh, ooh. Hi, Bev. So this is created kind of like a forest green colour, I guess. And I just want to paint around the edge of the green now so that that pops out from the white. Hello, Emma. How are you? I packed up your order today. There are a few little, I say a few, there are two little extras in there for you. I believe when you're dancing slowly, sucking your sleeve. So you can see now the eyes are kind of popping a little bit more, so it's not just a green circle anymore. We've added like a little bit of depth to it. What are we going to do next, Vicky? We need black. I need black and I need a new pot. I'm going to use the lid. It's on 48-hour delivery and it's getting collected tomorrow, so it should be with you. Where are we tomorrow? It should be with you Monday. Used to be like next day, even though it was just Royal Mail second class, but they've got so bad lately. I was just waiting for a parcel for, I think it was 10 days before something I ordered arrived, and it only arrived today. I was at the point where I was about to contact the seller and be like, not arrived. So I sell books, cake decorating books, also things like this. So these are my paintbrushes. The ball tools that I'm using, the modelling tools, there's 2 of these left, so if anyone wants one, grab it, because I'm not putting an order in for a while. Just all sorts, basically, paintbrushes, basically anything that I think will help you model. I don't sell the pens, though, unfortunately. I couldn't get them. They only wanted to deal with big businesses, and I'm only a little business. But if you do order tonight or from this stream, let me know and I'll whack in a little freebie for you. So we've now got his pupils added in. So got quite a lot of depth to the eyes. Will I do clay versions? I would love to, but the whole baking of the clay thing scares me somewhat. Like, I don't know how to do it, and I'd be really upset if I made a model and it all just kind of fell to pieces. But yeah, it is. I mean, I've got some. I've got polymer clay. I just too much of a big baby to use it. Right, I am now cleaning. Question one. What do you do with them after you made them? I've got shelves, unfortunately, where I've got the camera facing down. You can't see, but behind me is a wall with loads of like models and stuff on it. My loft is full of stuff where my packing room is. They're basically all over my house. Thank you very much, Summer. I'm going to do the blush on the nose in a minute, Pixie. Air dry, could have a go at that. Is that going to be as like smooth though? Because this is the thing I love about polymer clay. It looks like it's going to act very similarly. Right, so at the moment, I am taking colour off the model. So clean your paintbrush, get it wet, and then just use it to pull some of that colour off. Hopefully this is coming up on the screen. So you end up with like a little kind of crescent moon of like really pale green. Can you see it? Glad you're enjoying it, Jessie. Thank you, Melanie. Hello, Emma. Amy, even on my brain. You could mould it right. Air dry isn't so bad. You have cracks, but sorry, I'm getting a sore throat. I'll give it a go then. My friend's got some air dry clay, so I might see if I can borrow some of her. Or I might just stop being a big baby and have a go with the polymer clay that I've had for several years. Oh, Pink Pony Club. I turned this off last night because the start of the song sounded really depressing. I've only ever heard the chorus. But it's staying on tonight. I think it was you, Emma, wasn't it? You told me off for saying it's not depressing. Can you see like the lightness that it's just added at the bottom of the iris now? So I know there's a shadow coming in from the window, which is obviously affecting it. Let me see, what are we doing? So you can kind of see like a lot of that shadow has actually been painted on. So the top of the eye is darker and then it gets paler, and then I added that ring around the bottom. So that's all just using, don't need that one, 3 different Edible Ink pens, paintbrush and a bit of water. Hi, Kat. Why am I coughing? Let me get a drink. Losing my voice. Give it a go, Jessie. It's so much fun. I've just put my nose in my drink. So clumsy. How do I get on in my life with all this clumsiness? Let's bring Harry back down again. Right, what are we doing now? So we're going to do the hair. We do the dusting last, Pixie, because I'm going to be kind of like doing stuff on the model. I don't want to knock it. I tell you, it does start off a bit like sad. I don't know. I've literally only heard like the chorus and the kind of loud bits before that, which are cool. Hello, Dee. How are you? Pink Pony Club. Oh, hang on. Sorry, I've got to do a puzzle. Got to do a puzzle. Did I do the puzzle? I did do the puzzle. I am still online. I'm not, in fact, a bot. I am really good. Thank you. How is your evening going? So I'm just going to add his little neck there. Oh, a hot air balloon. Cool. So I'm just getting that paste ready to use for his hair. I was doing your head in. Okay, that's not good then. So I'm going to add a little bit in front of his ears, like his little sideburns. And then stretch that around with my fingers. He starts to look a bit like an old man right now, you know, like the little old man haircut where they're balding in the middle. What are we doing? Thank you for the gifts, or hearts, Melanie. You tried to make a Christmas tree fairy last Christmas and it was a proper faff. I think sometimes you definitely have to be in the mood for like a bit of cake decorating, and this is Harry Potter at 60, isn't it? When they do the follow-up film, they should use my my model as their like reference for what Harry looks like old. Harry Potter and the trip to Aldi. Thank you for the follow. Oh, bonus time. What are we bonusing? I think I'm on a bonus, which means I get 2 times points. I don't know what that means, but if you want to send me hearts and gifts and stuff, maybe it does something. Sometimes models do look scary, really unintentionally. That's right, so let's start building up his hair now. So these are just like carrots. I don't tend to, Amy. My style's like really cartoony, so I could make a cartoon like this version of them, but I wouldn't make a realistic one. I do kind of like more stylized heads, like this, so it's more detailed, but mainly I just kind of, this is the stuff that I kind of enjoy doing. Welcome to everybody that is joining. I'm making Harry Potter from icing, so he's edible. Oh yeah, I could do it. I mean, it's never gonna like look like them, but it'll have their like features and like their colouring and their hairstyle and whatnot. You were trying to make that face. Oh, hello, Amy. So I'm just building up the hair with lots of kind of like carroty shapes. Right, I'm going to stand up because I can't see what I'm doing from this angle. Well, I'm going to teach Emma how to model, so you can ask her to do your Adeline. if you just Google Yellow Bee or Vicky Tether or Yellow Bee Cake Company, that's where you will find me. And the same on all the networks, or a derivative of. Bloopers. See, this is the thing. I'm used to the other social networks where everything has to be perfect. So you edit out literally everything. And I am such a clumsy person. Like just a minute ago, I had a drink and stuck my nose in it instead of drinking from it like you do. So that's the kind of stuff I do in real life. But you don't post stuff like that on the other ones. You have to have everything kind of curated. You have to have makeup on and look good. This is not me. So I really love TikTok, actually, I have to say. So I'm just adding a few little messy bits because as we know about Harry, he's got like messy hair and he's constantly being told that he needs to brush it down, doesn't he? They're all annoyed by it and he can't get his hair to go down. So that's like one of the features, like when you're making a character, that you should look out for to like make them look like they're a bit messier. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind. I take the mick out of myself on the daily, so it's not something that like I wouldn't do, but you just don't do it on the other places. But I'm here now, so we'll definitely give it a bosh. Just search for Yellow Bee Cake Company. I can pop a link up in my story later. You're very welcome, AB. Or is it Ab? I am 200 likes away from 5k likes. Do some tapping. Do some tap. Let's have some taps. And I'm also, where am I with my gifts? Ooh, 5 more heart me's. Who wants to join my fan club? Because that would be awesome sauce if you could join my fan club. Yay, thank you, Zigzag. Got a hand. Hi Elaine, you're cleaning the kitchen. Oh, never do that. Mine's the right state. Again, this is why I don't sell cakes to the general public, because I don't want to wash up. I should have been a clay artist, really, because I just don't like cleaning. But not for me. And this is just adding shade. So it is darker than my skin tone that I'm using. And I'm just using it wherever I would add, like where a natural shadow would sit. So like under your chin, around your eye sockets, under your hair. And unfortunately, where I've got light coming in from the window that's behind, like it's up here, you can't really see the shading, but it is there. I will show you in a minute. Thank you very much, Funky Pink. And thank you for the follow. Oh, I've just had an order. Or is that the order that came from earlier? No, that was ages ago. You just got your order again, Cheryl. PayPal notified me about 15 minutes before my website did. As I said, I sell my cake decorating tools. So these brushes are ones that I sell on my website. If you order anything, let me know and I will add in some little goodies for you as well. The link is in my bio. And everything's on sale as well, so it's even better. Oh, Elaine, I need staff. Basically, we're just saying I need staff. I need staff right now. Someone can do my cleaning for me. Yay, it's on the FYP. Or is it hashtagging to make it go on the FYP? I don't understand how TikTok works. I feel like a really old lady. I don't know if this is coming up on camera. Unfortunately, dusting doesn't usually come up so much because you have to add a lot. Think of this like blusher or eyeshadow or contour. It's basically these brushes, I called them contour brushes because you are contouring the face. I'm in love, ooh yeah. Just gonna add a little bit on his lips just to darken them up a little bit. So the rule of thumb is you have to add this wherever a natural shadow was bought. It's nice and simple. Right, let's see if I can hold this up and show you. Is that coming up on the camera? Can you see the shade there? Like the darky bit there? And the fact that the cheek underneath the eyes is lighter? Red hair, who cares? I also have red hair. It's not that red though. I am loving the redness of your profile photo. So I've added a little bit of shade in around the hairline and you can see it hopefully around the eye socket. So along the side of the nose and underneath the eyebrows. I know there's shadow there from the window as well, but I've actually added shadow in there. And then his lips have got a little bit darker. You're a redhead too. Redheads unite. Mine's got blonde on the ends. I am going to start like whack on Arctic Fox. I don't know if that's the brand that you use, so I get like a really, really bright red soon. Hashtag FYP and it will pop up when friends can see. Oh, I did not know that. Thank you very much. Your eyebrows match. Well, that's it. Mine is still brown. Thank you for the likes. Seriously appreciate it. I'm not like that big on TikTok, so all the shares and everything are amazing, so everyone else can find me. Right, what colour is the cheeks? What have we got here? We're going to do rose, so that's a pink dust colouring. And you always want to pop it on your kitchen paper because this stuff will stain. So don't put it on your work mat or your kitchen side or your clothes because it is a colouring. And you want to make sure, I'm not on, keep going off camera, sorry. You want to make sure you load your brush up, but then get rid of most of the colour. Otherwise that is going to dump on the face and you don't want that. So you almost want it to be on the paper so that it's like not coming off the brush. And then we're going to do some boops on the nose, give him a little bit of a red nose, and I'm just tapping. So can you see his nose is now red? Or is the shadow just taken up? God damn it! Bloody shadow from the window. Let's put some on the top. It is red. I'm telling you, it's red. And we're going to put some on the cheek. So let's do this one. Just do your best. When you are doing blush, you want to make sure, depending on how dark your skin color is, if it's like you're going darker skin, you want to use like more reds, because if you use the pinks, they tend to have white in them, and then it comes up really ashy on the darker skin. So we definitely don't want that. All right. Thank you so much for all the gifts and reshares and the follows and the likes and everything, and it's amazing. Thank you. Is this coming up? It is, isn't it? I can see it on the camera. And I'm also going to do, because he's got red ears, no reason other than the fact that I want to give him red ears. So this character is it's Harry Potter, but kind of a more Pixar version of him. That was lovely to meet you, Debbie. Hopefully you'll see me on the next one. And I'm also going to add a little bit across his mouth. There we go, dust. It is literally just edible blusher, eyeshadow, contour, foundation, whatever you want to call it. That's all it is. But edible, obviously. You don't really want to put actual foundation on your model, do you? Right. I didn't stick my nose in my drink that time, so that was good. These are still quite soft, actually. See if I can even that out a little bit. So I made these earlier by just cutting out a black circle and then using a slightly larger black circle cutter to cut out a ring. I'm just trying to even them out a little bit. Let's see if this will cut. I don't know what's going on today. It's refusing to cut through. There we go. So with something like this, you want to make sure that your paste has dried out enough, because it's a very fiddly little bit of paste. And it's just, if you leave it and it's too damp, it's just going to kind of flop. And you don't want it to just flop and stick to the face. The longer you can leave it and the harder it is, the better. So you can see where it's soft, it's deforming. Whereas if I'd left that for maybe a couple of hours, it would have been hard enough that I could just plonk it on there. I'm actually going to use one of the little offcuts there, I think. Hello to everybody that's just joined. I am making Harry Potter out of icing. So yes, he can be eaten, but no, I'm not going to eat him because that would just be mean. Yay, 21 in the fan club. Right, guys, I need 4 more people to send me a heart me, and then I am at 25 in my fan club. I don't know why I want 25, but it seemed like a cool number to aim for. So if anybody else wants to join my fan club, please do. Do that again. I've squashed it. Oh, I've got number 22. Thank you, Tasha. Does anybody actually know what fan clubs are? Oh my God. I don't, there's so much stuff on this app and I'm just like, why am I collecting things? Ooh, who just sent me a cool thing? I had a cool thing. Someone sent me a cool thing. Sugar Kitchen DXB. Thank you very much. I think you just sent me something cool, did you? Something just popped up. You did. You sent me hand hearts. No, yes, you did. Thank you very much. Super appreciated. And if you're a cakey person, I am like... so I'll follow you back because I don't really have any people on here, so not going to be precious about that. Julie, if you go to here on the screen where my paintbrush is and you click on that, there's a little thing that says heart me on it. It's like a little heart with a little mouth and a crown. it's 1 coin, and then you can join the club, which I don't know what it does. I'm going to be honest with you, but I'm hoping it means I can contact people and I can send out like some links and stuff. I don't know. Right, so pop in some glue on the back of here. Oh, I'm at 71 people. Wow. Hello, everybody. Yay, a Kit Kat sent one. Number 24, so I need 1 more. Again, I don't know why. My tongue is totally sticking out. Oh, I just got Lou's first ever gift. And you've just joined, I think, as well, haven't you? You number 25. Thank you. That's really cool. Thank you, red hair, who cares? I shall remember you. Thank you so much, Sugar Kitchen. Let's see, am I on camera? I keep forgetting that. Oops. So you have to watch out if you are gluing a piece of paste, like I've just been doing that, and then you pop it on the model. If your piece of paste lands in the wrong place, you're going to transfer glue where you don't want it to be. So you have to be really careful. The other option, which is what I normally do, is glue the model and then pop the paste on. But where these are so fiddly, I decided to go with the glue the back and hope for the best, which would have been a blooper, Pixie, but it went all right. We can be the red hair gang. Either that or I'm going to do orange. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not sure because I've been to the hairdressers and she was the one that did the red for me, and it's kind of a more sensible person red, if you know what I mean. And I don't know if my old semi-permanents are going to go over the top of that or not. Thank you for the hearts. Is that going to be long enough? So I'm just doing the little handle arm thing of the glasses. Unfortunately, I wrecked my hair with bleach, so it's like gungy, so we're currently trying to like grow that out. So that's why I've got red roots and blonde, well, blondish ends. We bring the red down through the blonde, but obviously it starts fading. So I'm thinking I'm going to whack some bright colour on it. But then that's also something I have to do, and I can't be bothered. But I've also hoarded loads and loads of like hair colours, so I really do need to use them. Thank you, Chloe, Sam, Sophia and Marcus for joining my fan club. So we've got our little Harry head. We're going to do his collar and stuff. So if you wanted to do this as a standing figure, by the way, you could do it exactly like this, but when he's standing up, just add hair to the back of his head as well. It's easier for me when I'm filming downwards to just do it as a flat model so you can see what I'm doing rather than trying to film 2 angles at the same time. And I don't want to forget how your voice sounds. These words are all I have, so write them. So you need them just to get by. I didn't bring any red and I didn't bring any yellow. Hang on a minute. Misery loves me. Thank you. You're talking about my hair or my model? Right, yellow. Oh, my song. Oh, this is ice. This is a bit dry. Yes, I'm a 80s child, so my idea of the best is like late 90s, early 2000s. So basically, you come to my channel, I make stuff out of sugar and pretty much exclusively listen to like Blink 182 and the like, because it's cool. And I want to go back in time. Thank you very much. I don't want to be here anymore. I want to go back there. It was more fun. That's not dry. Thank you for the follow. Now the question is, before I finish, can we get to 10k likes? Because that would be awesome. So if you feel like sitting there, like double tapping the screen for ages, please do. No, it's sugar paste. Some of it very old. Who's got to go? Thank you for hanging around, AB. Hopefully I will see you online again next time I'm on. Yay, we can be red-haired twinsies. I can't see your eyebrows, unfortunately. All I can see is like a really tiny streak of red with some sunglasses as your profile photo. So, but I am appreciating the fact that you've gone like full on with the eyebrows as well. I sometimes colour mine in with like eyeshadow. Thank you for all of the follows. I'm like seriously amazed. I'm going to have a look after this and be like, wow, people thought my work was cool. What did we get? 20k. What was 20k? 20k followers. That would be. What was 20k? That just popped up. Or did it not? Am I seeing things? Do I ship worldwide? Yes, I do. I post my books worldwide. I also have PDF versions as well. So if you don't want to pay for postage, then you can just get the PDF. Exactly. Nobody wants to be ordinary. Well, some people do, I guess. Okay, 10k. I was like, what's gone 20k? 10k is awesome. Thank you so much, everybody. I'm assuming that helps me like look good to TikTok. I don't know. Honestly, like I'm in my 40s, so like I know I'm getting into the older generation now, which sucks, but like I do not understand what's going on TikTok at all. As a creator, there are so many things that they're like, oh, you've done this. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. Thank you, Ish. If you've only just joined, I don't know how long you've been on for. I'm going to be uploading this to the Tube social media later on, so you can watch how I made it. That's great, Caroline. I actually started doing this because I had severe anxiety and agoraphobia. So I found that like modelling was the only thing that really shut my brain up. Art is great for like banishing like your depression and stuff. So like the reason, I mean, I'm actually like a massive like goth alternative person in like my actual life, but I make cute models because they make my brain happy. So I create this to like make me smile and make other people smile, you know. Right, what are we doing? Got loads of comments. What are they made out? Play-Doh or fondant? They are made out of fondant, but it's modelling paste that you want to use, so it's this stuff. It is good therapy, seriously good therapy. It's cheaper than a therapist as well. No, I don't sell them, but I teach you how to make them, Wendy. Colouring in, yes, I have done that before as well. Unfortunately, I've got ADHD, so normally I kind of start stuff and then don't finish it. And I might have bought about 100 different coloured pens and then didn't actually use them. So, whoops. Sorry, I'm getting so many comments. Sugar Kitchen, you're going to buy a signed one. That would be cool. If you if you do order, obviously, put a little note on the order and then say it's you, like from TikTok, and then I'll add a nice note to it. Thank you very much, Dominic. That's really appreciated. And you're a Lego Dobby. Sorry, I'm scrolling through on another phone so I can see the comments. What are they made of? They are made out of icing, so they're edible. Thank you, Crafty Mummy. You can eat it. Yes, I'm not going to. You're a crochet queen. I tried crochet. I made a string and it was really, really loose. It was just like a chain necklace. I've only just been diagnosed with ADHD actually, but obviously it's it now that I know, I'm like, yeah. And I had a massive burnout and I stopped creating stuff like this as well. And I've been back on TikTok for 2 weeks. This is all I've been like, otherwise I'd stopped in March. So the fact that you guys are enjoying it means that I want to be here. Do you know what I mean? I'd completely lost the love for making stuff out of sugar completely. And I haven't done anything in ages. I used to make cakes. I just do the models now-ish. Love how even though you've done them both, they are identical, which makes them... They aren't identical. I know, I can never make things the same. Hi, Amelia. How are you? I would love to make things the same. I can do it, but I have to make them both at the same time. I can't just do it like a day later. And that one there was made during a very chaotic live yesterday, and I didn't really know what I was doing, and it all went wrong. So it's not as good as my normal stuff would be. Thank you. I really appreciate that. You want to know why I had the burnout, though? It was because of the other social networks. Where you have to continually post, like all day, every day, you have to reply to comments. You're like literally like begging people to like your work, and it just drains your soul. And I just couldn't do it anymore, and I just kind of packed it in. And then I was invited to do a TikTok battle with a friend, and it was like, all right, I'll do it. It's fun. And then I realized how cool everybody on TikTok is. Like, you guys are amazing. And I can just sit here and make and have a chat. And then, like, I'm enjoying it again. So this is great. I'm good, Amelia. I am just mooching around making Harry Potter again. I'm trying to forget yesterday. I will definitely be doing more. Luna Lovegood will be next because I love her character and she's got such a unique look to her as well. So I want to do Luna next. And it will be in the same style. So it'll be like a little set of like Harry Potter busts. Do I airbrush the cheeks? Nose? No, it's paintbrush and dust colour. I am going to be uploading this video to the Tube social media. I have learned, by the way, that you're not allowed to mention the other socials. You're not allowed to say them. That's why I keep saying weird things. So the whole video will be on there for you to watch back if you've only just joined. Thank you, Joe. Let's get enough for that. Did I miss somebody's comment? So I'll be live again next Tuesday. I am doing a battle with two of the people that were in here earlier on. And it's going to be a beach theme. And I don't think they're here at the moment. So I am doing some little kids on the beach, like building a sandcastle. So that will be 6 p.m. on Tuesday. So I'd appreciate anyone joining in and cheering me on. That would be great. And then I'll probably pop on again Wednesday or Thursday about this time next week as well. And maybe we'll do Luna next time. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for anybody that followed. I can't see what's on my screen because my frame is holding it in, so I'm looking at everything. All I can see is comments from my other account, so I can't see like gifts and stuff as they pop in. Thank you, Jessie. It could be blue tack. I've actually made stuff out of blue tack before when I was bored. Just had a ball of it. I've also made stuff out of... I went to an awards show. No, it wasn't an awards show. It was like a Christmas party for my husband's work. And they gave us, we're vegetarian, and they gave us the worst risotto ever. It was dry. So I ended up making a teddy bear out of my risotto rice. They probably didn't appreciate me doing that, but honestly, you can't keep me away from modelling if you give me something that's like stodgy. Thank you, Chloe, Sam, Sophia, Marcus. I take it you've got a shared account and that's why you have 4 names. Thank you for the follow. See, I saw that. Why did I see that on that one? It was seriously stodgy. It was really bad. Oops, what have I done? Don't press buttons, Vicky. Potatoes. It wasn't potatoes, it was risotto. But I probably could make it out potatoes. You know, they make ice cream out of mashed potatoes on, like, when they do, like, photo shoots for adverts and stuff. Oh, okay. I don't know Taylor. Well, obviously I don't know Taylor Swift. That'd be a bit weird if I did, wouldn't it? Yeah, I don't. I'm into me more like emo metal music. So Taylor Swift is like way out of any of my references. Right, last I did this yesterday. This was really cheesing me off the way I did this. I'm probably going to get this wrong again. I got 20k likes. Woohoo! Thank you, everybody, and thank you everybody who's watching. Honestly, I usually get about 5 people watching, so the fact there's been like the 66 people now is kind of awesome. And you're all chatting as well, so it's cool. Do I make these for customers so they can... No, I've got 4 cats, so there's an awful lot of cat fluff in my house. So I'm not registered anymore to do cakes. I used to. I prefer just doing art now and not having to worry about stuff like that. See, this was wrong yesterday. That's better. Ended up looking like a pilgrim's collar. Harry's off on the Mayflower going to set sail to America. What do we think? That's better, much better than yesterday's collar. I cracked it. And I think I'll do a little bit of shading on his chest if I can find the grey. There's the grey. So I am nearly finished now. If you guys have any cakey questions, you can always whack me a message. I post up on like 24 hours before I'm going to go live and do an event on it, so you can join me next time if you see that. Yeah, any questions and stuff, always happy to answer. How do I do what? You said you would add the cloak on tip. What's the cloak on tip? You could eat it, yeah. I personally wouldn't because I've been handling it quite a lot. Hey, Joe. Yeah, you've just literally crashed in at the last minute, Joe. So Joe is the artist that I'm going up against next Tuesday on the battle. So please give her a follow too. Because she's awesome sauce too. And she's only got like 350 or something followers. And she's like really trying to build up her audience. So go and follow Joe's Cake Studio as well. She'll be very, very appreciative. I could add the cloak actually. Yes. I'll do the cloak. I've got some black. I have been doing it for 14 years, Tommy. It's a lot of practice. Why are you talking about being poor? You got more money than I have, love. Thank you, Pixie. How are your legs doing? Are they all nice and smooth now? I think when I used to sell my cakes, a lot of people didn't eat it because they just couldn't. And you can keep it, to be fair. If you have a look on my, I don't know if it's called a wall or a feed on TikTok. I'm not entirely sure. If you have a look on there, you'll see like my little wall that's behind me, all my models. I know, Tommy, it is a lot of time. I didn't realise when I first started I'd still be doing this so many years later. Right, what does this cloak look like? It's like a triangular jobby, isn't it? Oh, you're poor on followers. She is. To be honest with you, I've got 3,000 followers, but they're from about 4 years ago, so they don't really mean anything anymore. Or should I do it? Just model it. There's no point having followers who were from, like, before COVID or whenever it was, and nobody actually watches you anymore. I'm trying to think what his cloak is like. Right, I'm going to have to close my chat, so I won't be able to see what you're saying. Harry Potter. It's Leviosa. Oh no, that's a cardigan. I don't want the cardigan. Right, so it's got like... Right, so it depends what film we're watching. It is edible, yes. And I've got, what did you say? I've got 3, 4, 5, 8. I don't know what I don't know what I started on, I'll be honest with you. Right, let's load it up so I can read your comments again. What? When you leave TikTok while watching? No, not now. Oh, it's all right, Pixie. It's just one of those things where, like, I have to kind of get my head around what I'm actually going to make. Joe made me make a taco cat, the little gift that you can give, the other day, and I was just like, basically, she was like, do it quickly, and about an hour later. Thank you for the follow. Okay, we're getting lag now. Any chance of yet to what about? I'm thinking of Highway Rat Cake for my son's birthday. Any chance? I don't know what Highway Rat is. Is that like a kid's cartoon or? Probably need more than that. He was amazing, Joe. But it did mean I was kind of like looking at my other phone trying to work out what Taco Cat actually looked like. He's over here, actually. I'll get him. So this is the TikTok gift, Taco Cat. Obviously, he's grey rather than orange. But that's what I made the other day because Joe challenged me. Oh, a book. Julia Donaldson. She's the one that did the witch one, isn't she? Send me a message about the, whatever it was, the rat thing. I'll have a look. How much are they? What, to buy? I don't sell them. Yes. The Ruffalo, you mean? I mean, honestly, the stuff I make on the live, if you want to pay for like postage and stuff, I'm happy because I've got no use for this and it's not made the best, but I'm always happy if someone wants it, they can have it. Just don't eat it. Eating it is bad. I do not have my hygiene license anymore and I've not been washing my hands because I'm obviously on a live stream, so that's too thick. Gruffalo. Why did I say Ruffalo? Send me a message about postage because I can potentially get it cheaper depending where you are. So send me a message and I'll have a look and see if I can find a cheaper price. I have to just do a generic price on there because otherwise I have to do all the countries and I don't have the patience for doing that. I could make a Gruffalo. Yeah, I made one of those years ago. So let's fold over his collar. Dubai. Okay. I will have a look. Drop me a message with what you were thinking about ordering and I'll see if I can find a better quote for you. Sometimes the couriers are better than Royal Mail. It will be on, I'm going to say it now because we're right at the end. It's going to be on YouTube. I will upload it. It may not have the sound because I've been listening to music and YouTube mutes stuff. But I'm also going to attempt to like break it down into smaller chunks for TikTok, but it will be on YouTube. If you Google Yellow Bee Cake Company or Vicky Tether with the name of my profile, you will find me on other social networks. It is Harry Potter Gemini, yes. Oh, no, I don't want to reply. Sorry, I've got such fat fingers. You wouldn't think that I'd be making this. The amount of buttons that I accidentally press on TikTok is ridiculous. Woohoo, 25k likes. Thank you so much. And there we have his cloak. You know what? I might actually start giving these away. Like if people want to pay postage and do a little raffle, see who wants to take them, because I can post them. Thank you, Hannah. I don't tend to use YouTube that often because it was widescreen and most of my stuff was filmed in portrait. But if you go to my Facebook page or my Instagram page, I have lots of like free tutorials. Basically, I'm all over the internet. Just look for Yellow Bee Cake Company and I'll pop up somewhere. So I have lots of like random free things, and then there's stuff that you can obviously pay for if you want to, etc., etc. But there is lots of freebies. And I do sell like the tools that I've been using. So some of this, I have my own range of paintbrushes and stuff for dusting. And I've got my books as well. And if you do order, let me know. So I'll whack a little freebie in with the order. Thank you very much. You're watching all the films. I haven't watched them in ages, actually. We were watching them. I think we got to the Prisoner of Azkaban. The books are currently on sale as well. They're only 15 quid each. Let me go on. I need to stop moving around in my chair because my chair makes farty noises and I'm really worried that's coming up on the film. You're thinking I'm just sitting here trumping. So that's one of my books there. So this one is all about making little animals and stuff. Right, let's get Harry out of the way before I squash him. And everything else out of the way before I squash it. So it's basically just instructions on how to make, like, I know you can't really see because it's quite, oh, hang on, let me bring that up. And I wrote the books myself, edited them myself, did all the, like, everything. I literally did everything apart from printing. So this is like all my own work. And it's really not showing out that well on camera, is it? So we got a little cute chicken. Basically, if you want to make cute stuff, then that's kind of what you're looking at. So that is 15 quid, big old hardback book. And this is the other one that I have written. I've basically got 3, but the first one was via a publisher, and these 2 are the ones that I've actually put together myself. So this is my drawing of a little bee. I did this. So this one is good if you want to do like people and stuff. So I've got all the instructions for making people, little cupcakes and stuff. Let me see. So I love this one. But at the start, it has how to make faces. So if you want to learn to make people, this is kind of the one you want to look at. So I've got all the different expressions there. And then I've got a page on just taking all the different steps you need. Basically, I've gone like way OTT with the photos so that you've got every step photographed. And then how to paint your eyes and stuff. So yeah, that is Making Sugar Models 2. The other one was for Cuteness Cake. And I've just thrown them on the floor because there is nowhere else to put them. Right, what's everyone saying? Where do I get the fondant colours? So if you go online, Cake Decorating Company is one of the websites. So I use Sugar Flare for my, see if that's coming up. So that's the brand I use for my paste colour. So that's like a paste. I don't know if you can see that properly. So you do not want to use liquid. You want to use gel or paste. And then I also use Sugar Flare for their dust colours as well. So that's literally just an edible dust. So I'm just reading your comments, apologies. So if you would like a book, check out the link in my bio. They are on there. It was lovely to meet you too, Gemini. Hopefully I'll see you again. I apologise, Chloe. My God is picture perfect. If you go to the link in my bio, it will take you to my website. Or if you just Google Yellow Bee Cake Company, my website will come up. £15 for the physical copy, £10 for the PDF. I don't know if I said to you yesterday, Nina, the whole reason I learnt to model was because I was too tight to pay for the mould. So I do not have the mould. So the books are called For Cuteness Cake. Why did I throw them on the floor? So that's one of them. And that's the other one, if that's showing up the name. There's another one, Making Sugar Models 1. This is obviously the second one. I have really enjoyed it, and I've loved meeting you whilst you were shaving your legs. That's been great. I've now got a new thing, so I can now say someone was shaving their legs whilst watching my videos. Debbie from the Sugarcraft Centre. I did a flower with her, a gerbera, I think. And then I did one with Sarah Carr. And then I started teaching there. But yeah, link in the bio if you want to buy a book, or you can drop me a message and I will send you a link. Don't become another casualty of society. So there's our Harry. And I will aim to get the video uploaded on YouTube tomorrow. It was a shame, yeah. And then the other little one closed as well, didn't it? The one at the hardware shop. Drop me a message, Pixie. I'd have to wait for him to dry. And you'll have to cover postage, but yeah, I can post him out to you. Oops. Oh, what have I got? I need 2 more gifts before the end. Oh, they're the expensive ones. If anyone wants to send me the Hearts gift, but it's 199 coins, that's quite a lot, isn't it? Before a few times. You're not a cake decorator, but you try and make the kids' cake every year. I'm sure they appreciate it. I remember all of the cakes that I got when I was a kid. Like, really, really loved it. I just buy it online now, Nina. Oh, Sharon, thank you so much. Oh, it's kissing Harry. That is awesome. I hope the app saves that. Oh dear. That's the best thing ever. Come on, let me hold you, touch you. Right, I am going to head off, peeps. Oh, thank you. I've hit my life goal. And it's going to kiss Harry again, isn't it? That is so freaking cool. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I will be back, as I say, on Tuesday at 6 p.m. I might be on before then. It depends what I'm up to, really. But other than that, I will do... I'm going to do Luna, I think, next week. I'll aim to do it on Thursday again. And, yeah, so I'll see you hopefully next week. But it's been super lovely to chat to every single one of you. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. As an artist, you don't tend to get much feedback from people. So actually having people sitting here watching me for 2 hours has been amazing. I did enjoy making it, Pixie. It's been great fun, especially meeting you and chatting to everybody else. So yeah, I will check back 24 hours. It should have uploaded to YouTube by then. As I say, just look up Yellow Bee Cake Company on Google and you'll find me. And I'll see if, I don't know how TikTok works, but I'll put it in my story. And then, yeah, but it'll be on YouTube, the whole video. And I will see you later. Bye, everyone.